Good afternoon, Charlotte. Are you ready for your first assignment? Sure, lay it on me. Excellent. The Miskatonic has small research outposts located all over the world, dedicated to collecting and relaying occult data back to the university via radio. One such outpost is in New Orleans, where you'll be going. Oh, cool holiday. Okay, what happened in New Orleans? We're not sure. Our researcher is supposed to relay daily radio messages back to us, but hasn't checked in for several days. Your task is to go to the outpost and knock the door. If he's there, ask why he hasn't been relaying the data. If he's not, return and tell us. That's it? Knock on the door? Exactly. Under no circumstances are you to enter the outpost. Just knock. And leave. Okay, so how do I get there? After a few, disasters, the government demanded that the Miskatonic experiments be completely sealed off from the outside world. As a result, every outpost in the country is interconnected by these tunnels. Help stop transporting creatures running off into the wilderness, see? Spooky, so I'm walking to New Orleans. Oh no, of course not. You'll have a driver. Hi! Ah, hey Lizzy! Looks like you're driving this spooky-ass tunnel system together. Yish! New Orleans is not too far in straight lines. Should get there lickety-split. Have fun, you two, and remember, don't go into the outposts. Okay, see you later, Johnny. Guess this is the place. Huh, that's weird, the door's open. So? Well, the mission is to knock the door, see if anyone's in, and then leave the doors open. Something bad might have happened. Like what? I don't know, it could be anything. Maybe they're out of banana bread. Maybe someone's pregnant, and they've gone to get a doctor. Maybe Cthulhu cultists have invaded to have a sick down. Maybe they're pregnant with Cthulhu cultists' banana bread baby. We should check it out. Supposed to be authorized to go into outposts. Done witches and witches are for knocking on doors, not poking around our outposts. Come on, we'll be, showing initiative. They'll be like, wow, Lizzy and Charlotte, you sure saved the day poking around in that outpost. Good thing you did, or all those chupacabras would have got back to home base and ate all of us. I don't think that's what they'll say. Well, I'm going to take a look anyway. Feel free to join me if you want to save the university from chupacabras. Guess I'll be okay if we just look. Fear the goo. Oh, that's not a good sign, is it? New Orleans outposts. Initially, the outposts were each equipped with long-range radios, able to communicate with each other, stave off loneliness, good for morale. Until the Australia outpost incident broadcasted the screaming of an entire country on all frequencies. Now the outposts can only communicate with the Miskatonic hub. Can't hear each other, good for morale. Fear the goo. What's this? Huh? Fear the goo? Written in goo. What goo should I be fearing? Should I fear the goo, the fear... Should I fear the goo sign is written in? Maybe it's peanut butter. Humans are allergic, right? Only the ones who ate deliciousness. The only ones who ate deliciousness. Nope, I think this is a warning about the same goo it's written in. Can't be that dangerous then, if the warner preferred using it over, a pen. Maybe he has no pen. Maybe his pen is goo. Maybe that's why he's so afraidy. Because of Pengu. Pengu. Guess there's only one way to find out. Let's keep going. Oh, that's a rather big collection of goo. The goo room. There's a lot of it. I love it like there's no other explanation there. It's just, there's a lot of it. How about see this whole room before we move on? That's the detective thing to do. Yeah, that's not what you're meant to be doing though. That's a lot of goo. Extraction facility. Initially, we thought the signs were overkill, the Miskatonic already being notorious for its anal retentive approach to the supernatural. Alas, after several decades and several thousand casualties, we learned that the most dangerous thing in our work was a wandering mind. Somewhat true, I guess. Shipballs. The door is locked. So? So, there might be goodies inside. Eldritch goodies. Look, it says here, extraction facility. This must be where they're getting the goo. Gotta get in there. Why? Because if someone tells me to fear something, I like to know exactly where that something comes from and how to punch whoever made it in the head. Whoop some ass. Besides, it sounds exactly like something that the hottest new occult detective team in New Orleans would do, right? Solving some sick mysteries. You okay? Record all findings. Yachnithi. They were allowed a small number of personal effects on site. Easier to let them have their little trinkets than to enforce contraband rules, and the occasional knife in the gut for a supervisor was seen as an affordable expense. Looks like a syringe. That's a beefy ass needle hole thing, too. This goo is either going into something or coming out of something. Either way, it looks like it hurt like hell. Welcome to Innsmouth. I suppose it's Innsmouth, home of the Deep Ones. Maybe that's where whoever lived here was from. What's a Deep One? They were a race of fishy, foggy folk that lived in the underwater city off the coast of Innsmouth. In exchange for plentiful fishing and crabbing seasons, they would mate with the local Innsmouth babes and create little baby hybrids. Apparently, it was a pretty sweet deal until some wandering douche came through town and ruined it. Went and told the government they torpedoed the underwater city and rounded everyone up and sent them to concentration camps and whatnot. Kinda sad, really. I hear the little hybrid tadpoles are adorable. Some sort of manifesto. April 9th, half a gallon, his name was Daniel. 2 gallons, told me to give her a locket to her lover. 1 gallon, he was still alive, what have I done? Then it stops. Huh? So, each night my darling wife hidden deep in the back room of an Orlesian brothel prays to her goddess Shub-Niggurath. Keeping the faith, groovy! That we might find a new home, that I might find work much less dreadful. She is becoming too large to convincingly lie that she is carrying a human child, so we must gather our pennies and leave soon. Huh? There's a little photo. Aw, look at her, so pretty, so full of tadpoles. And he is kind of handsome in that, you know, amphibious way. Aww. Why is that aw? Why is that not you? All the storybooks say there's no purer love than that between a girl and a frog. What? April 12th, 1936. Hey, that's yesterday. A new prisoner was delivered for ooze extraction. He claims he was a riverboat captain with a ship that sails up and down the Mississippi River. He claims there is a deep one refuge situated in Minnesota, wherein my people live and thrive, hidden from the university's horrific testing and the government's terrible camps. I shall rescue my beloved tonight under cover of darkness, and we three shall make for Minnesota. I'll miss the radio call-in, and they shall send someone to investigate my squalid concrete prison, but we shall be long gone. Huh, that's how he must be keeping this fellow against his will, using him to extract goo from folks. But why? Maybe we should ask him. No, if the university's as evil as this guy says they are, we best keep our mouths shut and do a little independent investigation. We gotta find out what this goo is, what they're using it for, and why they're being such bastards. Oh, back to the holding cell. Every outpost, no matter how small, no matter what research it housed, had to have a holding cell. The topics we study at the Miskatonic have an alarming rate of contagion. That's one way of putting it. Not for holding delicious pastries. Fucking shit on my dick. Another goddamn locked door. You look angrier than you should be. Sorry, the concept of, you know, privacy makes witches a little testy. Whatever, let's find ourselves some keys and F these locks up. Ooh, I like these posters. That one, that one, that one, that one, and that one. I love them all. Little Yachnidi. The deep ones could be manipulated in a way humans couldn't. They had what the brains called a deeper emotional intelligence than us. They would cry at the simple concept of tragedy, so to threaten them with their own was viciously effective. Like I said, what the fuck? Hey, I love it. Are those a super rare Dead Randy monogamy arc covers? How did he get these? These are ultra banned all across America. We gotta take these. What? Dead Randy, the sexy necromancer. It's the cute little incubus that runs around saving zombie girls after the world ends. Look at her eyes, they've turned pink as well. And then boning them. The story arc was written by my first Coven Den mother, Agnes Ski Williker. It's a story of how this succubus girl, this purple girl here, wants Dead Randy all to herself. But while they're all mutual, Dead Randy gets sad that he's not boning mad dames, and him and the succubus girl learn that love should be shared with everyone, not saved for individuals. Yes, go Polly. It's adorable. Why do humans ban it? Same reason they ban everything, folks getting too cheerful. Promoting cultist ideologies, they said. Not sure how love everyone you can and don't be a douche is considered the same as, you know, let's get Cthulhu to F the world up, but whatever. Plus, I guess Dead Randy's pretty rampant in this series. Hard to get that love everyone message across in a story about a nymphomaniacal blue midget getting, without getting, you know, vigorous. But the message was so awesome! completely true to our cult's mantra, and everyone in Chestnut thought us witches were pretty groovy after these stories came out. Preach love and compassion, for the universe offers neither. They put that as our town motto after Miss Agnes wrote this series. Come on, he's gotta have the hard copy somewhere. The girls in the coven will shit their minds when they hear what I found. She's still looking kind of concerned. Still though, I love the looks of these. Aww. There we go. The Sexy Necromancer, Death of a Deviant. Dead Randy in the Second Announcement, Harmony Arc, Episode 1, Death of a Deviant. Once again, Dead Randy finds himself expelled from the Incubus Academy of Hell for failing the not looking like a tiny idiot portion of the class. Forever exiled, Randy seeks refuge on a desolate Earth, destroyed by a mysterious plague that leaves the land barren in all but zombies. Using his powers of necromancy, Dead Randy calls together another village made of bones and sinew, drawing zombies from all over the wasteland looking for a place to live. Once probably randomly affectionately names this new town the Bone Town. Oh yeah, I peek a few cute zombie girls in the shambling horde. One way ticket to the Bone Zone. Damsel in Decay. The Dead Man is in Harmony Arc, Episode 2, Damsel in Decay. The Bone Zone completed and the zombie villages settled, Dead Randy enjoys a life of carnal luxuries, but with hordes of zombies come their arch enemies, the only living creatures left on Earth. That's right, packs of feral Pomeranians are attacking villages of the Bone Zone, and when one of his lovely consorts are dragged away, it's up to Dead Randy to save her and drive away the feral pups. Man, he is humping the shit out of that zombie. I'm starting to understand why they banned this arc. Butts aren't supposed to fall off. Oh yeah, polyamorous polymania. Dead Randy, the Sexy Necromancer, Harmony Arc, Episode 3, Polyamorous Pollyanna. A new visitor from the underworld arrives in Bone Town, a salacious succubus named Sally. Marveled by his accomplishments, Sally becomes enamored with Dead Randy, and demanding that the pair revoke their demonic job descriptions and become mutual lovers. Shocked at the idea that another demon could love him, and much to the dismay of the hordes of zombie girls, Randy vows to become Sally's boyfriend. Poor Dead Randy, seduced by the idea of exclusive affection. Like my dead mother always says, love 100 people and 1,000 people will love you back. That's an interesting tale. Ooh, very nice. Trouble in Paradise. Dead Randy, the Second Announcement, Harmony Arc, Episode 4, Trouble in Paradise. After a few months of unrelenting ravaging, Randy and Sally start to become bored of their exclusivity. But while Randy aches to share his love with the rest of the village, Sally demands that he spent his pent-up affection on grinding through their turbulent relationship. Bad move, Sally. You've got two folks going against their nature of sharing happiness with the world, desperately trying to keep their happiness between each other. Share it. Aw, that's adorable, that one. Monogamy? Madness! Dead Randy, the Sexy Necromancer, Harmony Arc, Episode 5. Monogamy? Madness! Finally, Sally and Randy see the error of their ways. After an amicable breakup and a promise to remain sharing a portion, albeit a small one, of their love between each other, Randy and Sally tear through the Bone Zone, vigorously loving everyone in their path. Oh, I love a happy ending. I guess the last 40 pages are just meant to, you know, lock the message down. Not quite sure what the zombie butts falling off is supposed to represent, but I'm sure Miss Agnes nailed the metaphor, whatever it is. Okay, now it's just pervy. Well, that was fun. I learned about sharing affection with the people I meet, being kind and caring, and learning not to judge others. Well, and how to bone mad zombie dames. Let's carry on with the investigation. Sleeping area. Designated sleeping area. Look, before we go any further, let me just say that what we do at the Miskatonic is sometimes a little vicious, or a little sadistic, even objectively cruel, but it's necessary, alright? The universe is a writhing cauldron of unrelenting malice. We do what we do to make sure you don't realize that fact. Oh, a key. A cop key. A key to the holding cell. Let's head back to the locked door and check it out. Success! Now let's find out where the goo's coming from. Oh. What's that? It's a brain. A human one. With holes in it. Don't humans need their brains? Yeah, they do. There's got to be an explanation for this. The university is stealing brains to extract weird orange brain goo out of them? I mean, why? What's the point? This is probably why they don't want us here. Because of brain goo experiments. Yeah. We're gonna have to play it cool. Figure out who we can trust at the university and ask them some questions. Well, Rumman's been there a while, and I know I can trust a fellow witch. And you can trust a fellow Lizzy! Exactly, that's like half the faculty right there. Besides, I'm sure there's a reasonable explanation for all this. We just gotta be careful not to get fired for insubordination or treason or whatever. Go on, partner, let's go do some sleuthing back at home base. So, Shard, how was your assignment? Good, it was good. Knocked on the door, waited around outside for a while, no response, came back home. And you didn't go inside the outpost? Inside? Oh, no, I didn't go inside. Was told not to, so I didn't. Just knocked on the door and left. Haha, inside, you crazy. Right. Well, we'll send a team to investigate and search for our missing researcher. Thank you, Charlotte. We had no intention of sending you on an assignment so early. So, what do I do now? You return to your quarters and get some rest. Tomorrow you start patrolling the occult science building. Right. Well, talk to you later, Bob. Looks like we're in the clear, Liz. Are we still being detectives? Damn right. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. But for now, let's get some sleep and start investigating tomorrow. Okay, see you tomorrow, Charlotte. I'm gonna go pray to Yog-Sothoth. See you, Lizzy.